Hey everybody, been busy again. I posted some pictures on Twitter and Instagram, but this is the first video I've done of it. I have made a replacement foot because I wanted to, not because it needed it, but because I wanted to. And just like the last one, it's stubborn to get out. Here it is. Now this is actually a modded large version. The reason it's empty down here is because I want this to be the auxiliary drive unit. Wait for it, right? Okay. 3-volt motor can pull this thing if there's a problem with that. I don't know. This is all up in the air, right? And I put some of the decals I had on it just because I have the decals to do. I've already in the design, right? Now, this goes straight up. I don't have the original handy. That's okay. Don't need it, right? But I put like halfway up here going this way. I put a little stop, right? Where it goes in and it blocks it. That's in the design. This one, okay, it is asymmetrical. I don't need symmetry. We don't need symmetry. Symmetry is great for designing, but then it lacks character. You know what I mean? And this is printed obviously in blue plastic. And I just basically, reaching over here, took this guy's foot. He's an MFR4, or excuse me, MFR5. Took his foot and blew it way up, right? And I used different pegs from like, what did I do? Oh, actually, no. I made the pegs for this. See, I made some that used processor. You push the processor down and the housing grabs it, but that's not them. These are the ones I did make. And for this one, actually made it hollow, okay? And character, you know? And it goes in either way. This is a little bit floppier than I like. Also fixed that in the design. You stand over there. And that's hollow. Also being hollow helps it to print and gives it some toughness, right? Gives it plenty of toughness because you have like 4 main walls going all around instead of a box, okay? And this does come out, but I made it super stubborn because you don't want your foot falling off and falling apart. So that's hollow for ease of printing. See, I printed it. This part is a separate part. I don't make statues. I try to make things in as many parts as possible because serviceability. Like if you make one big thing and a little piece breaks off of it, the whole thing is broken, right? But if you make a thing in multi-parts, if this part breaks, only this part breaks. The rest of it, you replace this part or this part or this part. I don't like that this is one giant part, but what do you do, right? I might split it up, but then again, I might not. And also, yeah, this could be a housing because there's plenty of room right there, right? There's plenty of room up to that socket right there for putting in a remote control car or at least just powered something where it can like drag it around because there's plenty of weight in here, right? Not enough weight. It's not distributed quite so much. It more is on the 2 wheels than on this wheel, right? But and notice no wheel, not yet. I thought about putting like a little caster in it, but I don't have one to put in there, and I don't want to sacrifice the original, right? I want to come up with something that I can just, and it's there, like I like to do. You see me like the other parts. See, this does come out, but I don't want it to come out. But this is the MFR wheel, and I think the next thing I'm going to tackle is this eyepiece because it is literally held in with 1 screw down here, and then those 2 just slot in. and I'll come up with different eyepieces because, like the battery cover, like the foot, like the leg, the ankle, now I have a template and I can go wherever I want to with it. And once I design this thing, I will just subtract the top part and figure out. There was one in the Resistance show with 3 eyes. There's the R7 or R7, and there's like I think out there in Legends there's like multi lenses and the dome. Okay, the dome on this thing, notice how much room is in that dome. Okay, I know it's hard to tell, but when most of this is empty space up here. Okay, why not have like a little thing that pops out like that, or pops out like that, pops out like that? It just pops out. Anything, as long as it fits, it will go. And I'm thinking really hard. I know you can get the blasters that hook onto the legs, but I'm thinking about my own blasters that actually fold into where this sits, right? There's not a lot of room here, but something that, I mean, it's a pop-off part. I'm going to make my own, right? I'm going to make my own because it is a pop-off part. You see it goes in, and if you pay attention, the layers of the plastic grab the edge, okay? The layers of this printed, why am I doing that? The layers of this printed plastic, they grab each other, and that is perfect, perfect. And see, it's not too floppy, but I want it to be a little more stiff. Why is it blinking like that? Oh, you liked something. Okay, well, anyway, that's it for this one. I made the center foot a replace. This is the first run, so I'm going to be changing it, and I've got lots of decals, and I can always cut more. Sheet plastic or sheet vinyl stuff is easy to get a hold of. Not these cut parts, but just little parts like that. All right, that's it. Thanks. Out of here. Little MFR. Out of here. Bye bye.